Okay, welcome back to part 2, everybody. So it is now the next day. I have all my 4 flasks here, all flasked up. Everything should be nice and sterile inside. You can see there, it's now nice and gelled in there. Still a little bit of condensation, that's fine. We are going to keep these sealed until they go inside here. Everything is sprayed out. We let it sit for about 10-15 minutes, and then we'll actually begin the work inside and putting the seeds from this seed pod into each individual jar, and then we'll have to seal it. So a couple quick prepping things. I have my hydrogen peroxide, which I'm going to use along with this syringe here that's sterile to basically put the seeds inside. I'll show you the whole process. I'm gonna put some hydrogen peroxide in there with just a little smidge of soap, literally like probably a half a drop, just to allow the hydrogen peroxide to hopefully get around the seed good and kill any pathogens, anything that's there unknown. And I also have another important solution. This is my bleach disinfectant. So this is what I'm going to be using to clean the inside of this glove box before I begin any work. And as I said, I'll let it sit for probably about 15 minutes. So, all right, we'll go ahead and get started. I'll show you the initial process. It's just going to involve me running this light briefly to kind of kill any germs. Creates a little bit of ozone. It'll help kind of sterilize the environment. A little bit around here as well. Again, this is just a little bit of extra precaution. It's not going to make a huge difference. Little, if any, but it'll make me feel better anyway. So, all right, let's go. Okay, so we're going to take a little bit of a closer view here. I'm going to go ahead and flip some additional lighting on here, make it a little easier to see. So, first thing we have here is a sterile syringe. Now it's no longer sterile. However, I do have all the little seeds. They look like dust. Can't really see them. I did check them out on a microscope, and I will be posting a picture there. So first thing we want to do, I'm going to go ahead and get my solution, and I'm going to put my finger on the bottom here, the syringe. I'm going to fill this up. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put the seeds in. Tap them in there as best I can. A little bit more solution. Okay. I'm going to squeeze a little bit out through the bottom there. Probably put a little too much in there. Again, there's a lot of seeds, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to shake this up good. A little hard to see, but all the seeds are in here. And I'm going to basically pull back on the syringe a little bit, push, try to compress it. We're going to do this several times. Again, pulling, pushing. The idea of that is to kind of get rid of some of the air bubbles that may be around the seeds. Just trying to clean anything off these guys. Keep them as clean as possible. Again, shaking. And you don't have to shake the whole time. At some point, you can kind of let these sit a little bit. The recommended time, I think, is no longer than 10 minutes on this. So I'm going to go ahead and let that sit. Also going to go ahead and spray the inside of the glove box now. Okay, so now we go ahead. We have everything in there. Seal it up. I'm going to go ahead and gently Just wipe the tops of these off. Now, keep in mind, this is all pretty tricky. You know, for one, these gloves are kind of thick. You know, it's a little tricky trying to work around all this stuff and taking the lids off, working the syringe. I'm going to go ahead and continue just to gently wipe this off. Hopefully removing any bacteria, viruses, mold, anything like that that's potentially hanging around. All right, so let's go ahead and open the first one here. See if I can pop the seal. If not, I may need to add the other tool. I have to add one more tool here just to pop this open. Okay. Guess it's a good sign that they're all sealed nice and tight. Okay. All right. Pop the seal on that guy. We're gonna go ahead and deposit some seed. Just for the hell of it, I'm gonna also dump any residual water out of there. Only because we have water here that's in with the seed already. So this is the tricky part. I literally just want to put a couple drops. Okay. Go ahead and seal this back up. Oop. Again, a little tricky working around here. Go ahead and seal that as tight as I can get it. All right, that's one down. Okay, opened up. Dump out any residual water there. Again, because we have water on the seeds. And again, you only really need a couple drops around the plate here. Surface. Oop. Go ahead and seal that back up. Okay, seal that. I'll do the last one now. And again, this is, you're working with these seeds. They're so small. They're literally like dust. And you know, there's probably thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of little seeds there. So the idea is yes, most will not take. However, you can just get a small percentage. And that's it for that process. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do one more additional thing. Okay, so now that we have our flasks done, I'm going to go ahead and take each one out. Again, I'm just going to go ahead and dry it off a little bit here. I don't want to touch it too much there around the jar part. So I want to go ahead and I want to actually seal it with some additional saran wrap. So you can use whatever you want as long as it gets a nice good seal. It's just an additional safety measure to keep anything from contaminating any of the surface on the inside. It's only going to take just one or two little mold spores in there to cause possible contamination. All right, that's that one. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue this process, get all of these sealed up. I'm going to throw some labels on them, and that's pretty much it. Next thing we'll do is we're just going to put these in a nice warm, moderately lit spot. I would not say high light, but decent light, and let the magic work. Hopefully we'll have some nice little protocorms in, I don't know, could take 6 weeks, 8 weeks before we really start seeing anything. But I'm patient, and I will be sure to keep everyone updated on the process. And we'll do another video once we start seeing some results, and then we'll be able to better see what we're dealing with. I'm going to review my process as well. I'm probably going to tweak a few things, and we'll take it from there. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Till the next video.